I basically gotta re-record this video, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like the audio from the first one or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this entire little project, that I showcased in the last video. You know what I'm saying? I basically got it done and all that. You know what I'm saying? So over here is the fuel production module. You know what I'm saying? Right here is the power generation module. You know what I'm saying? Right here is the power storage module. And then over here is the power conversion module. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go over it real quick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This whole chunk right here is meant to be modular. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to turn this into a car contraption. I showed this in the last video or whatever. And that's going to allow me to pick up this entire chunk right here. Basically put it in my pocket or move it somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, and then replace that with another device to produce fuel or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So right now I have everything turned off or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But over here is four greenhouses. These are all multi-blocks, you know what I'm saying. So every each one of them is in every corner of the chunk or whatever. So this right here is 1/4, you know what I'm saying. This the tree farm right here, and it's configured to this produces logs basically. So it's configured to pull out the power and everything, and needs water or whatever. So I have an aqueous accumulator under here. You know what I'm saying? That's pushing water through here, and then pushing water through the fluid cells. All the fluid cells are basically daisy chained together like a piping system, and it's the same thing with these advanced buffers. These are like item lines or whatever. I have them daisy chained like item lines. They all feed into each other, and everything culminates down here. You know what I'm saying? This is where all the spruce logs get well, this is their final destination right here, and they get transported up here into the depot and all that. They get smelted, turned into charcoal, and then they go through the hopper. You know what I'm saying? The hopper is kind of my only bottleneck really when it comes to throughput. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to basically wait for the hopper to fully drain. You know what I'm saying? Depots also, I mean, the smelting process also was a little bit slow because I'm smelting in the entire stack. So I'm thinking about having more depots down here, and advanced buffers basically attached to those. Although I don't know how I'm gonna actually pull it out, you know what I'm saying, because I still have to use brass funnels to pull them out. Um, but that's another thing in the future, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The chunk basically ends right here. You know what I'm saying? And then it connects right here to this advanced buffer right here, and sends everything through the system into the Sterling dynamos that process all the logs and all the charcoal and turns it into power and all that. You know what I'm saying? So down here, these all Sterling dynamos. You know what I'm saying? It's 4 sets of them. You know what I'm saying? And it's all producing power that gets sent down here. You know what I'm saying? I've been running it for a little bit, so this front section is all completely full. You know what I'm saying? All full of power, and then it's all leading backwards into the second section. This seems like it's all full now, and yeah, now we in the third section, filling this up right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's getting filled. So it's slowly working its way back to right here, and that'll be all the power that I'm gonna be stockpiling basically. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we setting all that into this right here. You know what I'm saying? All of these redstone flux cells are all full of power. You know what I'm saying? I have no batteries in the battery buffer. Each one of these battery buffers is gonna take one battery. Um, right here is the energy converter block right here, just converting RF into FE. You know what I'm saying? If I had batteries in here, I'll be filling this up with power. But there's no batteries in there right now. And in the middle is I'm gonna have one long wire that's gonna basically connect all of this, and that's gonna be aluminum wire, which is an HV tier wire. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have the one that handles 256 amps. You know what I'm saying? Um, Really only need 64. You know what I'm saying? Because of how many is actually here. But but yeah, I lost my thought. I had to do something real quick. But anyway, there's gonna be a wire in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And one battery for each buffer, and that's so it doesn't overload the actual cable. You know what I'm saying? I have to go back and do calculations or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if I fill up all four of these all these battery buffers with 4 batteries each for both sides is gonna basically melt the wire. So that's the complete thing fully set up. Also, one more thing I forgot is that this is scalable. You know what I'm saying? So this one slice right here is meant to be put here, here, here. As soon as I get the resources, you know what I'm saying? I'm run it all the way down, so I have not infinite power, but a good amount of power stockpile. This section over here is also meant for another setup like this, but this is gonna be compression dynamos. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I get a drilling rig set up, you know what I'm saying, which is a multi-block, and I'm able to mine for oil and all that, and then make the multi-blocks and all the machines that I need to process the raw oil into any kind of fuel, then I'm gonna set this up. That's what the compression dynamos take. They take liquid fuel or whatever, and then I'm able to move this module somewhere else and then set up that entire processing chain right here, or put it inside of a trunk and make it the entire thing modular. You know what I'm saying? And just set it up here and attach it to the compression dynamos. You know what I'm saying? Or I can stack it on top of this one. You know what I'm saying? And then have a line that feeds all the way down into that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all of that's done. The last thing I want to talk about or whatever, also the flooring. I got the things over there, super chest with all of the glass that I had over here that was inside of this vault that I had over there. You know what I'm saying? I just brought it over here and did the flooring or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Using effortless building. There's 2 upgrades for three upgrades for effortless building, so you can increase your reach. So you can basically put in more blocks at one time. I had to make those real quick and get that going or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They call reach upgrades or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The other thing too, when over here usually I get like lower frame rates or whatever, and I happen to be flying past it because I needed water buckets. So I was looking for my aqueous accumulators over here, and I happened to hear all these animals. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know all of these blocks down here actually spawn animals. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Take them out of here, put them somewhere else, and make these area not spawnable, so I can keep my frame rate. So you can see my average frame rate drop to 48 as soon as I came over here. So you know, just chickens are over there laying eggs. There's animals over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really need any of those in there, but I want to keep those animals just in case my stock keepers die over here. You know what I'm saying? So I have backup animals because I was trying to get backup animals before, and they weren't spawning. You know what I'm saying? But I did end up getting a wandering trader, and the wandering trader died, and the 2 llamas survived. So that's what these 2 were for. I had llamas sitting in here. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't, and I put name tags on both of them. But I didn't realize it doesn't matter if you name tag them; they're gonna despawn. So that's what ended up happening there, and that's what was left. So that's it for right now. You know what I'm saying? It's been like a day or 2 or whatever. You know, I haven't really came back to this and really played it or put a lot of hours into it. So I'm just now coming back to it, and that's what I really want to get set up for the HV thing. And the next thing I want to work on is apply energistics. I'm still not at a point where I can really do apply the energistics yet. You know what I'm saying? HV is the start of it, so you can start making some of the base components or whatever. And that's what this is for. You know, I already had an igneous extruder and the double forge hammer set up. The igneous extruder to make the cobblestone, and then the forge hammer is gonna turn that cobblestone into sand, and then the second one in the gravel, and then the second one's gonna turn it into sand, and I'll just send the sand into this super chest right here, and that'll feed this, and so I can keep this constantly running. I did bring some sand over here before, and ended up getting 54 Certus Quartz geodes. You know what I'm saying? And if you cut it in half, you send it through the cutting machine and cut it in half, you can get 2 Certus Quartz out of here. So this basically represents 108 Certus Quartz, but that's not nearly enough to realistically get into AE2 or whatever. So I have to keep that basically running at all times. You know what I'm saying? This project, like I said before, I can basically unload this second one. Schematic placements. Let's remove that. Yeah, because I'm not going to also let's remove that. I'm not going to finish this out. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said it before, MV is really fast here. I got into HV super quick, so fast that I didn't even really need to set this back up. And the only thing I'm doing is just burning more aluminum, and I could just save it for something else. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, I'm gonna use this back portion. Um, I'm gonna use this back portion for any MV lines that I want to run or whatever, or like some basic HV stuff back here. You know what I'm saying? And just keep the front or whatever. And the second one, I'm not really gonna worry about because I got that one down there now. You know what I'm saying? That's specifically for HV lines. And I don't really need to come back to MV. MV is gonna be basically be my LV. You know what I'm saying? I did run a little experiment or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So this is a HV chemical reactor, you know what I'm saying? Basically my first HV machine or whatever. And this was the first battery buffer and the first energy converter. I think I got batteries in there. And this is how much solar panels I needed and what's the names in order to even run this. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to see how much, like, what the power requirements would be for an independent system, and it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, this is just solar energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a lot. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I need better solar panels. I can't really make those now. Those are a little bit expensive, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Uh, Talked about the animals already. I think I mentioned the llamas. The llamas despawning and all that. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to save them for the stock keepers, and they ended up despawning. Yeah, but that's really it for right now. And next time I come back, I'm gonna try to fully finish the rest of this over here. You know what I'm saying? I just need to fill in the flooring for this, and I'm thinking about really breaking up the progression a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I need to fill in that chunk down there so I can start putting machines down here. And yeah, I want to break up the progression a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been down here by the concrete farm and I still haven't really used anything from the concrete farm. Meant to put the floor in and all that, and figure out an automatic way to put the floor in, like a floor builder or something like that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna break it up and do a little bit of building, and then come back to doing progression. But I don't know yet. You know, it depends on how I feel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? One other thing is I ended up finding out about this red print from the thermal series or whatever. Basically, allows me to copy settings from one block and apply it to another one. Yeah, so that's basically that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Next thing is progression, maybe a little bit of decorative building, maybe.